Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Rona Dayz, episode 45 of the show that's never going away. If I had to guess, this is going to be a show. I'm going to hit triple digits in this show, I believe, before the pandemic is over. Unless I just get brain damage and then just start believing what all the other brain-damaged, ignorant people in this country and around the world believe, that it never existed to begin with. It's part of a deep state conspiracy. I've got the papers. But that's fine. I'll probably, even after the pandemic's over, I'm not going to leave you guys. I'm going to keep doing this show. This is it. I mean, once the pandemic starts, life has changed forever. We are now in the Rona days, Christians used to try to take it over with the whole BC and AD crap. Science is taking this back. We have pre-pandemic and we have the Rona days. And we're 45 weeks into the Rona days, right? Not even a full year yet. We're almost at a full year, though, which is crazy. Thankfully, I've been preparing my whole life for a pandemic. I have no problem not being around anybody. I love getting things shipped in here. I don't have to cancel on plans because I don't want to go out. Nobody's going out. So life is so easy, so simple these days. And of course, everybody knows this year I'm trying to implement a new morning routine. And last week, I confided in everybody in my utter failure at implementing all the things I wanted to do. But small steps. I have been making my bed, has been a regular thing. Getting that done. This week has been a crazy week. Felt like shit. Like the weather went from 90 degrees every day, and then we got overcast and some rain, and so things have cooled way back down. So I don't know if that's an excuse that's viable for me to use or not, but I'm going to try and use it anyway. Blame the weather. But super unproductive this week. But I have enjoyed making my bed every morning. Just a simple thing to do. Aesthetically, it makes, because I'm in my room, it's where I do all of my work, where I paint, where I produce this show, where I sleep, where I masturbate, where I watch movies, where I jerk off, where I watch TV shows. Maybe I play some video games, some Call of Duty on my phone, on my Riot controller, which I'm still doing. Not as much, but I'm still doing. But it definitely I enjoy kind of keeping things neat and tidy. I really do enjoy it. I'm not constantly looking for stuff. I don't really own many things these days, so it's kind of easy as well. But making my bed seems to be kind of I agree with everybody else that has ever recommended starting your day off making your bed, because it does mentally, especially if you're around in the same room, it does feel good to be nice and tidy, and it does feel good to crawl into a freshly made bed at the end of the night. So I have been doing that. Hopefully meditation will be meditation and kettlebells are the two things that I really want to start doing next, more regularly. So hopefully this time next week, I will be giving you the news that I am sore as hell, but calm. I'm sore as hell from doing kettlebells, but mentally stable and clear thoughts from all the meditation. So hopefully next week, fingers crossed, that will be the next steps in my morning routine that I've started to implement. But like I said, it has been overcast, which has been nice. Any kind of excuse to crawl under the covers and get cozy with my dog, or just I'm all for it. I miss cold weather. Living in the desert. In a few months, it's going to be in the hundreds again for most of the year. So anytime I can kind of push away the summer weather and just kind of get some cool weather, put on a hoodie or something like that. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I love the rain. I love the smell of the rain. It's just I really should move to like Portland or Seattle or somewhere that gets a lot of rain because I really do enjoy the rain. Um, but because of that, I've upgraded my bed a bit. I sleep on a shitty twin mattress that's hard as a rock. So I got a little mattress cover to give it a little bit of cushioning. I also got some new pillows because I had some memory foam pillows, and it's just like it feels like I'm putting my head on a rock. So I got some super soft pillows, which are definitely comfortable, but still getting used to. Still getting used to. No neck problems or anything like that, so that's good. But just kind of, and I also got a blackout curtain, which is going to be a game changer. This was the first morning I slept with the blackout curtain, and I can't wait for one of the mornings where I wake up and it's just completely black in here. But I realize it's like 2 in the afternoon. I really want to be able to sleep to 2 in the afternoon. Just it's something I haven't done in a long time, and it's something I just to sleep that long because I wake up like every 2 or 3 hours as it is. I sleep horribly in general. Sometimes I don't, but in general I sleep pretty bad. So I would love to have one of those days where I wake up and I've just after 12, 13, 14 hours of nonstop sleep. Oh, give it to me. Of course, also this week, the president was sworn in. There were no terrorist attack this week, thankfully. And it seems like, it's a breath of fresh air to have somebody who's an adult in office again. And it's funny to see all the conservative propaganda stations going back to getting their audience scared of brown people again. Like all of their old propaganda pre-Trump is back to getting them scared of foreigners, getting the like complaining about jobs being lost due to a pipeline that's destroying the environment. It's just they're back to complaining about not wanting to progress or change or evolve in any way. So that's nice. It's nice to see them crying about more things. They are perpetually crying and have been since Biden got inaugurated, got sworn in, and maybe that's why it's been raining. All of the MAGA tears that have been just falling over the country have just evaporated, and now they're kind of feeding all of the plants. It's the whole water cycle. You have your Trump supporter drink water, then they cry it out and it evaporates into the clouds, and then it rains down over the fields, just like you learned in middle school. But yeah, a couple podcasts that I've been listening to, new podcasts. I'm constantly rotating podcasts, especially leading up to the election. I unfollowed a lot of podcasts that decided to get political on the right wing side. It's interesting how many comedians think that being edgy just means being an ignorant conservative, but que sera, sera. So a couple new podcasts if you're looking for them. They are movie podcasts. They're also draft podcasts. Rough Drafts, RUFF Drafts, hosted by two stand-up comedians and one brother. You got Jeff Tate and Trey Gallion. I don't know if Jeff's brother Troy is a stand-up or not, but they draft movies based on a category, which I enjoy. It's very much like All Fantasy Everything, but for movies. And there's another one called Screen Drafts, which has been around for a lot longer, and they do something a little bit different. It's a two people will draft a single list of movies. So most recently, it was Dan Trachtenberg and David Chen drafting the top John Woo movies. John Woo? That sounds wrong in my brain, but so it's their top 7 list, but they go back and forth drafting. It's way more complex of a draft than an all fantasy everything or rough drafts, but it's still it's a fun premise to talk about movies in a specific type of category. So if you love movies and you love to listen to people talk about movies, then I'd highly recommend checking out Rough Drafts, which is a newer podcast. They're still working out kinks. And then Screen Drafts, which has been around for a while, so it's pretty solid. But those are two podcasts that I've enjoyed listening to anyway. But yeah, it's been my week in a nutshell. Hopefully everybody else has been doing good, staying safe, wear your mask, get vaccinated if you have the chance. But yeah, I don't know. That's it. I just hope everybody's doing good. Get yourself some amazing coffee and support our sponsor, stationhousecoffee.com, and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. Go order yourself some small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Thetford Center, Vermont, and shipped directly to you. Make sure you let them know that the Ray Taylor Show sent you when you go to stationhousecoffee.com and order yourself some coffee, or hit up Station House Coffee on Instagram and order some coffee there. Do everything you can to get some coffee, some amazing, delicious, small batch, small business. Support small businesses. Do it. stationhousecoffee.com and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com, and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!